We've returned from Val Royeaux. Josephine has a contract on her life, and I wish that this bloody puddle would be filled in. Now, I have to go see what she has to say. She says she has some ideas on how to deal with this contract.
Your worship.
Josephine.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
Between our soldiers and spies, Skyhold's safer than anywhere else in Phaedus.
Yet the problem persists. I've tracked down the last two parakeets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royeaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royeaux?
I think Liliana's correct.
If destroying the original contract will satisfy the guild, I say we do it.
But I'm sure my plan will work, Inquisitor.
Whatever happens, I'll assign you more guards. The House of Repose won't be idle long.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the two parakeets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royeaux. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin.
We'll have to do that, but Liliana is quite busy at the moment, so that'll have to wait a while. I suppose I should go speak with Cassandra again.
Inquisitor.
Puddle.
I cannot stop thinking of our earlier discussion. You don't actually intend to go through with courting me, do you?
I said I would, and I will.
I believe you. Yet,
You don't sound like you believe me.
it wasn't a challenge, my lord. You needn't do it simply because I suggested you could not.
It won't happen if you tell me you don't want it to.
You enjoy making things complicated, don't you?
So that book you were reading.
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
And don't get me wrong, I like this side of you.
I don't swoon.
I meant the passion.
Ah, well, that's not so bad then.
I'm not sure how to approach her with this.
Hello again.
I'd like to speak with you. In private.
Oh? How private?
There's a grove just outside of Skyhold. Meet me there.
If you're certain.
I am. Trust me.
I hope she comes.
On aching branch do blossoms grow, the wind a hallowed breath. It carries the scent of honeysuckle, sweet as the lover's kiss. It brings the promise of more tomorrows, of sighs and whispered bliss.
You can't be serious.
I can, and I am.
And that is the poem you chose?
What's wrong with it?
Carmenum de Amatus. I thought this one was banned. His lips on mine speak words not voiced, a prayer, which travels down my spine like flames that shatter night. His eyes reflect the heaven stars, the Maker's light. My body opens, filled and blessed, my spirit there.
Not merely housed in flesh, but brought to life. Shall we read another?
They will say one of two things about me. That I stood at the Inquisitor's side, his protector and his lover. That it was meant to be. Or they will say I was led astray by the wiles of an elven madman.
I don't care what they say. What do you believe?
I believe you are a faithful man. I believe you are part of the Maker's plan. Beyond that, I believe only that you are capable of anything. And it frightens me. I have never known anything like it. I've been with only one other man in my life. A mage, with whom I adventured when I was still very young. He died at the Conclave. I will not let Corypheus win. I will not let him take you from me.
I love you.
Here, tonight. I believe you.
Well, that went rather well. Better than I expected. She does have her limits. And I broke them. Alright, back to business. Obviously, it's the next day. It was a very pleasant evening.
Your worship.
Well, I suppose we should go. Let's see. Emerald Graves. Go to the war table and get that place scouted. I'm quite elated and quite happy this morning. It's going to be a good day. Emerald Graves. We've been contacted by Fairbanks, who says he has information of value to the Inquisition. He offers a trade, the information in exchange for the Inquisition's help in eliminating a dangerous rebel band calling themselves the Freemen of the Dales.
It was unusual.
There have been
Is he always
reported
so blunt?
sightings of these rebels all over the Dales,
Yes.
where they have caused significant problems for our Legion troops. Uprooting them could be a good move for us. First, let us see what Fairbanks has to say. He is hiding out somewhere in the Emerald Graves, a legendary Dalish forest. My spies report that he is well acquainted with the area and its terrain. He could prove a useful asset if we choose to trust him. Liliana. At your word, I'll send emissaries to meet with Fairbanks, along with hidden agents to watch him. You have my word. Make contact in the Emerald Graves. Lead Scout Harding made contact with Fairbanks and his men in the Emerald Graves and had a run-in with the rebel freemen of the Dales. They are as violent as we've been led to believe. As for Fairbanks, Harding was unable to coax much from him. He will only share what he knows with the Herald of Andraste, it seems. Fairbanks is holding his information close to his chest. I wonder if it might relate to something bigger than just the Freeman of the Dales. If there is a chance at all, then we must learn all we can from him. Harding has set up an outpost in the Emerald Graves. Be careful, Inquisitor. The Forest of the Graves is treacherous and home to the enemies both new and ancient. Liliana. Yes, let's go there now. Cassandra, at my side. Cole, and let's bring Solus with us. If it's ancient Elven, Solus may be able to help with information on the area. I actually don't want Cassandra to not be at my side anymore. Although this is a time of war, that's not exactly feasible. She's a leader in her own right. Two leaders can't always be side by side. We need to separate and lead the armies.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Hope you've got your comfortable boots on. The scouts have seen a number of fade rifts all over the forest. We've located this mysterious Fairbanks. He won't share his information with anyone but you. He and his men are camped out at Watcher's Reach, on the path ahead. From what we can tell, they're refugees from the war. Peasants, mostly.
I'm getting used to fade rifts being everywhere.
Tell me everything you know about Fairbanks.
We don't know much about him. He appeared after the Civil War started, helping people fleeing from the destruction. Fairbanks is likely not his real name.
Do you know anything else about the region?
They call this place the Emerald Graves. Legend says that a tree grows here for every elven knight of Halam Sharal who perished in its defense. Makes you sad, doesn't it?
We are the last elven. Never again shall we submit.
Oh, I'm sorry, Inquisitor. I spoke thoughtlessly.
Thank you for the information. I'll head out.
One other thing. A group of deserters from the Imperial armies has established itself here. Freemen of the Dales, they call themselves. They are hostile to the Inquisition, and everyone else. Watch your back, Inquisitor.
Well, some of us have gained a season. Cole. It appears I haven't brought you with me for quite a while. Well, focus on those daggers. Unforgiving chain. Your daggers blur a dance of deadly pain. Each strike adds to your critical hit chance. After a critical attack, your chain resets as you begin another dance. Spitting blades. You lash out with a set of slashing blows that bring you in and drive your target back. Never-ending spin. Number of your deadly slashes grows when you connect with earlier attacks. Quick get at those daggers, Cole. And as for my outfit, so I got a little bit too comfortable on the way out here, I suppose. We are off to battle. Or at least be ready for battle. Let's claim this for the Inquisition. Knight's Guardian. Traveling through the Emerald Graves in the Dales, one will see dozens of carven stone wolves. The Dalish call these the Knight's Guardians. In the days of Elven Halam Sharal, wolf companions walked alongside Emerald Knights, never leaving the side of their chosen knight. Wolf and elf would fight together, eat together, and when the knights slept, wolves would guard them. The statues were erected in memory of their unbreakable bond. An excerpt from In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Gen TV. It's quite an extensive book he's written there. I see excerpts from all over Thedas. So, camps can be created. Rifts ahead. One rift, at least there's one really close to us. There's refugees. Inquisition scouts have been approached by an Orlesian rebel named Fairbanks who requests protection. Fairbanks and his followers are being attacked by a suspicious group calling themselves the Freemen of the Dales. Yes, from the Imperial Army. There's some red lyrium out here. A couple of them. I think maybe we should have not Cole, but Varric with us. Well, this is actually a very beautiful place. This is one of the nicest places that we've been to since the Inquisition was formed. Alright, well, Varric, get your butt out of the tent. You're coming with us. Would have liked to have spent more time just with Cassandra, actually. But things can't just be set aside. There is a war to fight. Let's see if we can't... I don't know if this is... We can directly go there or not. There's more of the camp over this side.
This might interest you, sir.
Report.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Artifacts. Requisition in the graves. Ancient writings. Dalish tomes. Okay. This is the way to go for the rift. Oh boy. I just feel like... I don't feel like working out here. I just feel like I'm in my natural habitat, actually. But this is even more beautiful than where I come from. Yeah, I would actually like to live here. I didn't know that there was anything this wonderful. But I've heard tales of the Dales. I just never knew it was just this wonderful. Andraste's light. We have brought Andraste's light to the Dales. None can deny her truth. In time, all will open their hearts to the Maker. From a sermon given by Sister Amity at the conclusion of the Exalted March of the Dales. Yes, and why we Dalish were formed because of that. Okay, there's a Fade Rift over here. There's also an Ocularum ahead. Lots of these rams. Nugs out here. Wild nugs. Okay, we have work to do. Let's get to it. Next round's coming through. Here they are. Very good. Now, as for this Ocularum, I'm too distracted from my goals. Cassandra and this place is just... I feel like taking a vacation for a few months. Away from my duties as Inquisitor. Oh. I guess we have to go through here to... Is that a dead body? It is. That could have happened from the demons. Interesting. The Ocularum is right above us. There's some very large bones in here. What manner of creature lives in here? There has to be a way to get up there. Maybe up top this way? There's a little caravan over there. This may be a way to get up. So Cassandra has a thing for mages. Her previous relationship, which she says she's only been with one other man. She was a mage as well. Quite a few shards. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. And the last one usually is the most difficult. Of course, comes without saying. I just saw it. Josephine's ready to report in. Well, the war table is about 4 or 5 days away from here, so... I think it's about 3 days, actually. My thinking. My head's lost in the clouds. Well, there's shards all around here, so... I can go round these up before we move on to... Is it Andraste's Light? There's something over here. Oh, there's Watcher's Refugees, that's what I'm thinking. Alright then, so we'll have to continue this on another time.
To the stars.